So I'd like to introduce the chairman of the Florida Democratic Party, Terrie Rizzo.
Sumter County Democrats. I am absolutely thrilled to be here with you today. I look around this room, look at this packed room, look at the energy in here. You know what I see when I look out at this room? Democrats. I see the blue wave here. Everybody with me? Here to here. And back. All right, the blue wave. I love it, I love it. Use the stool. I am just absolutely thrilled. And I want to just thank you for everything you do and have been doing and will be doing as we go into this critical, crucial election. It is absolutely amazing what I see happening here. The organization, everything that you are doing in your precinct work, all of the phone banking, everything you are doing to help us win. It is critical. Now, where I come from, and Deanna didn't mention this, but I come from Palm Beach County. Palm Beach County is known as a bastion of Democrats, right? Yeah. It is a big blue county, correct? Yeah. We vote Democratic, right? Yeah. And let me tell you, we do generally. The breakdown in Palm Beach County is 42% Democrat, 32% NPA, 28% Republican. All right? And we win most of the seats in Palm Beach County, but let me tell you, there are areas of Palm Beach County that are not like that. One of which was an area where I lived, which is a lot like where you live. It's red. In the precinct where I was the precinct captain, there were about 1,000 registered Democrats, 1,000 registered voters. 150 of them were Democrats. Oh. All right? So that tells you what that kind of a precinct that was. And that's the kind of a precinct we need to get out every single Democratic vote, persuade some of the NPAs and intelligent Republicans, thinking Republicans to win, and that's how we win. That's how we do it, is we get out the votes, everyone we can in areas like that, and then let the other areas run off the total, correct? Right. That's it. Now, I have a bunch of information here for you, and I brought some information about vote by mail and our plan, because I thought you might want to know about some of this stuff. First of all, and probably many of you have heard me say this before, and you've heard other people say it before, every year we hear, tell me if you've heard this before, this is the most important election of our lifetime. How many of you heard that before? All right, put your hands down. How many of you think this is the most important election? And it is, for all of the reasons that I don't have to enumerate and I don't have to convince you, because you know them. And we see it on the TV every time, every day, almost every hour, including yesterday when our President of the United States was a national embarrassment to us, right? And everything else. I'm not going to go into it because you all know it. You know the reasons why we're going to win. This is our year. This is the year we must win. We must save the United States. We not only must we win in Florida, we have to win for our country and for the world, right? So that motivates me more than ever to get out and do absolutely everything I can, because it is resting on us. It is resting on all of us in this room and around the state. And we do. Thank you, Deanna, have a 67 county strategy, and I want to thank you, Deanna. I want to thank you, Jeff. All of the precinct people in particular who are working hard to make this happen. All of you who are volunteering. Around the state, 67 county solution. You mentioned this, the 67 county strategy. We know, like my former precinct, we have to get Democrats out everywhere. And you know, and many of you have been here and lived here for a period of time, in previous elections, that always hasn't been the case, correct? Right. 2010, right? 2010, the Alex A. campaign. She lost by 67,000 votes in the state of Florida, focusing primarily on the I-4 corridor and north. And South Florida, unfortunately, was neglected, and we lost, and turnout was terrible, I have to say, and that was even in my county. You know, we did not have great turnout in Palm Beach County compared to later, and she lost by 67,000 votes. 2012, Barack Obama's campaign did a little bit better, statewide, but there still were areas of the state that were not covered, in particular the Panhandle and some of the smaller counties. 2014, we saw what happened with the Charlie Crist campaign. Again, losing by, and now the shift focus turns to South Florida and getting out the big counties in the South, right? But then Middle and North Florida got neglected. And we saw what happened last year in 2016. South Florida turned out like gangbusters. We had record turnout in South Florida. We had a 75.4% Democratic turnout, which was a record in Palm Beach County. 75. And Broward beat us, and Miami beat us in terms of turnout. So we had tremendous turnout in South Florida. But what happened elsewhere? You know what happened elsewhere. We saw what happened. And Donald Trump, I get sick of thinking about it. We all know what it was like. Exactly. Unfortunately, now he's the President of the United States. So we don't have that anymore. It is a 67 county strategy, and it's a 67 county solution. You are one of those 67 counties. You are part of that solution. It is important. Raise your hands. Are you part of the solution? All right. Okay. Now, what are our goals? I want to talk a little bit about our strategy and especially vote by mail, because that's a critical part. What are our goals? Number one, we need to re-elect Senator Bill Nelson.
Yeah!
Goal number two, we need to elect a Democratic governor. We have 5 terrific candidates. Any one of ours are better than all of theirs. Third, we need to elect a Democratic cabinet to work with him or her, who will be the Democratic governor, correct? Yes. It is critical, and we have a cabinet. Sean Shaw is one of the cabinet member people running for the cabinet, and he's going to talk about why cabinet positions are important. I think you all know this, because every part of the operation is significant, and we must have a cabinet. Okay, goal number, what am I up to? 4. We need to flip the Florida congressional delegation.
Yes.
Currently, you know how many now we have? We have 6 of the 27 Florida congresspeople. There are 16 Republicans and 11 Democrats. All right? 16 Republicans and 11 Democrats. We believe this is our year where we can pick up at least 5 of those, and possibly more if we get our wave going. It is doable. There are a number of seats that we can pick up and flip that Florida congressional delegation, and that will help us flip the House, the U.S. House. So that's why we need to include this district right here. So that's goal number 4. Goal number 5. What's goal number 5? The Florida Senate. All right, Florida Senate. Right now, currently, there are 23 Republican senators and 16 Democrats, total of 40. And there's one open seat, as you know. There's going to be a special election for that seat. So, 42 seats that were originally available. Current balance is now, because Lori Berman's special election in April, 23, 16, and 1 open. Now, for 20 seats plus the original, we want now that's up, we're up. I am so pleased and just thrilled to report to everybody, we have an excellent candidate running in every one of those seats. Yes. Every one. 2 of our Democratic state senators were actually automatically reelected with no opposition. Senator Audrey Gibson in Jacksonville and State Senator Lauren Book out of Broward County automatically were reelected with no opposition. So we already have 2 right, of the 21 that were moved. Of the remaining, and I will tell you, the Republicans had none automatically reelected. And you know why? Because we have someone who's contesting that seat in every one of those elections. We have all seats currently under contest, compared with, in 2016, 13 of the 20 seats that were up. So this year we have 20 for 20 as opposed to 13 for 20 in 2016. So every seat is up. We need to flip how many seats to take back the Senate? 5. And we can do that. This year with the wave election, we can do that. And we are targeting a number of seats, including your seat right here. It is absolutely critical to elect a state senator from your district right here, right? the Florida House. The Florida House. There are 120 seats in the Florida House, right, Representative Shaw?
Right.
What was the breakdown this past session?
They got a lot, we got a little.
Yeah, that's a great way of putting it. They got a lot, we got a little. And you fought a valiant battle every day up there in the Florida House. Valiant battle. We need to send some more state house representatives up there to continue to fight that battle. We have currently, after qualifying, it is important to note, we had 19 Democrats automatically elected with no opposition. 19 automatically elected. Republicans had six, because we're contesting all those seats. 114 seats are being contested around the state. And that is remarkable. You can't win if you don't have somebody running. Right. So working with everybody and including people around here to fill seats and have candidates running, we are going to pick up seats in the Florida House. And they may have a lot, but we're going to have a whole lot more, right? All right. Now, we also have 82 women running for the state legislature, which is phenomenal. Over 200 women running statewide for seats from the school board all the way up. This is absolutely fantastic. Now, emphasis is strategy. How are we going to do all this? Sounds great, right? We have all these candidates running. These are our goals. This is what we've got to do. How are we going to do it? Number one, organizing in all 67 county strategies, working with all the county parties in particular and the campaigns, to get our message out. But very importantly, and as we talked about before, this is our 67 county, and there you are right in the middle. It is really critical to get out every vote. And as we mentioned over and over and over again, one of the strategies, and very importantly, is vote by mail. As we mentioned, it has been mentioned several times, when Democrats vote by mail, Democrats vote. When Democrats vote, Democrats win. Now, I want to give you some statistics on this, so listen up. Total number of voters in the state of Florida, as of today, 12,875,998 voters. So roughly 13 million voters, all right? Of that, and this is what gets critical, of the total voters, Democrat registered voters, 4,776,092. So think of those first three numbers, 4,776,000. Republicans, 4,547,635. All right, you mathematicians out there, what's the difference? 4,776 to 4,547. What's the difference? All right, so Democrats are ahead statewide registration by approximately, all right, NPAs and others, and this is also important because this is a growing number, 3,582,000. There are many of whom lean Democrat. All right, remember that, many of whom lean Democrat. Now, bad news, good news. All right, the bad news for us, typically, this is what we would call an off-year election, although there are no off years anymore. All right, off-year election is a gubernatorial year election. Democrats' voter participation often goes down. It doesn't often, it almost always goes down in off-year or gubernatorial elections. In 2014, we had substantially fewer voters come out than we did in 2012 and 2016. So what's our solution? Vote by mail. Get out those voters who don't vote in the off-year election, who don't vote in the off-year elections, and get them to vote and make this an on-year election. The bad news for us is the Republicans have more of those hot voters. You know the term hot voter? The voter who votes every year in every election? A lot of you are in that category. How many of you are hot voters? You vote every election. All right, you're out there voting, but there are a lot of other people who are not like you. There are a lot of people who don't vote in the off year. We need to get those out. And the good news for us, the bad news for us, is the Republicans have about 500,000 more hot voters than we do statewide. The good news for us is we have more warm voters. We have about 1 million more warm voters statewide. We're going to talk about that in just a second. Vote by mail. Vote by mail, typically, the Republicans have owned vote by mail in the state of Florida. Used to be, Republicans would win absentee ballots, Democrats would win early voting, and then we battle it out on election day. Turnout would win. All right. Now, Let me give you some numbers. Starting in 2012, we started to put some more emphasis. And I have to tell you, even in 2010, I'm going to be personal on this. In 2010, in Palm Beach County, Democratic Palm Beach County, we lost vote by mail to the Republicans in 2010. They beat us, in 2010. And we said that ain't happening again. So we started emphasizing vote by mail. State party did as well. So let me give you some numbers. In 2010, total number of vote by mails was 969,000. Republicans out of that, 528,000. Democrats, 305,000. We lost by over 200,000 votes in 2010. How much did Alex Sink lose by? 67,000 votes. All right? In 2012, total vote by mails, 1,972,000 total vote. Republicans out of that, 859,665. Democrats, 751,000. All right, that's for NPAs, we're others. Now, the Republicans won, not by as much. Remember, this was a presidential year, all right, but the Democrats still lost vote by mail. 2014, an off-year election. Total goes down. 1,686,000 Republicans. Total. 1,686,000 total. Republicans out of that, 779,000. Democrats, 625,000. How much did Charlie Crist lose by? 64,000 votes. 2016, total vote by mail. By now, we're starting to really emphasize vote by mail. 2,612,000 total. Republicans, listen to this now. Republicans, 1,059,000. Democrats, 1,003,000. Coming up, huh? Okay, total vote. And as of this morning, I am thrilled to report, all right, total number of requests. Now, nobody's voted absentee yet, but total number of requests, 2,479,125. Democrats, 1,006,273. Republicans, 956,600. We're taking them on, all right, and we want to keep that going. This is statewide now. Now, how is it here in Sumter? I wanted to, and I've got some for Sumter County, and I have some numbers for you. And this is significant. Registration total, according to supervisory elections, you have 94,772 total voters. Republicans, 51,056. Democrats, 23,544. Others, 20,162. In other words, you have about 25% of the total vote in Sumter County. We know that. This is common knowledge. We know that. But listen to your vote by mail, guys. All right? Total numbers of vote by mail, all right, is, I got to find it out here, 52,551. Democrats are 12,318. Republicans are 31,376. So percentage-wise, and this is important, you have 35% of the vote by mail applications in. All right? Your registration is 24.5% of the vote. You have 35% of the vote by mail applications in, which is fantastic. This is great. This means that you are out there reaching a lot more voters and getting the people who are going to actually turn out to the polls, which is wonderful. And you're persuading others. So this is how we win. When you beat your numbers, when you beat what you have and beat your numbers. Now, I want to commend you for this work because it shows the work that you have done, what you are putting into it, and the fact that you are especially reaching out to warm and new voters, which is critical, absolutely important. And you're spreading our message, talking about what is our Democratic message. What is the Democratic message people always say? Democrats care. I love what you said, Jeff. Democrats are the party that cares. What do we care about? We're committed to building an economy that works for everyone, right? Right. We're fighting for universal health care, right? Right. We're fighting to save Medicare and Medicaid and Social Security, right? We're fighting for stronger unions, right? Yes. We're fighting for a quality education for all children. So education. We're fighting for equality and opportunity for everyone, regardless of age, gender, ethnicity, sexual identity, country of birth, or status. Everyone means everyone, right? Yes. We're fighting for women so that our daughters have the same opportunities as our sons, right? Yes. We're fighting for the environment so that climate change is not a dirty word, right? And ecology is important. Democrats are fighting for voting rights for all, including nonviolent felons who have paid their debts in society, right? And Democrats are fighting for common sense gun legislation. We're fighting for all of them. We're fighting to re-elect Senator Nelson, to elect a Democratic governor, to elect a Democratic cabinet, to take back the Senate, to gain seats in Congress so that Congress flips, to gain seats in the Florida House, to elect Democrats from the school board all the way up, to get out our vote in all 67 counties. How many of you are with me? Please raise your right hand. Yes, I'm adding something to my list. I've been corrected in the first row. What's your name? Arlene has just given me something to add. We are fighting for democracy. Yeah! So raise your right hand. Everybody get those hands up. All right. Repeat after me. I am the blue wave. I am the blue wave. I promise to work for all our Democratic candidates. I promise to work for all our Democratic candidates. I promise to knock on doors for candidates. I promise to knock on doors for candidates. I promise to make phone calls for candidates. I will make sure every seat is contested. I will make sure every seat is contested. Our country is facing great challenges. Our country is facing great challenges. And our values are being tested. And our values are being tested. But I will work my fingers to the bone. I will work my fingers to the bone. And if we work together, we will win. Because we are the blue wave. And even in red areas, we are going to get out every vote. We're going to sign Democrats up to vote by mail. We're going to persuade the MPAs and other persuadable people to go with us. And we're going to take back Florida and the Congress and save the United States, right? All right. One final thought. There are now just 43 days to August 28th, the primary, and 116 days to November 6th. That's election day, 116 days. That's 3 months and 25 days, guys. We have 3 months and 25 days to do all of this. Are we going to do it? Yes! And then after that, there's 845 days to November 3rd of 2020. 2 years, 3 months, and 22 days to get rid of Donald Trump. Thank you all. Thank you all for all you do. Thank you for being out there each and every day in a tough area like this. Thank you for reminding other people that there are Democrats here. When they see you out there, they know they are not alone. You're out there fighting the battle. I know what it was like in my precinct. That's exactly how it was. And so it is so critical that you do what you do. And I want to thank you all for everything you do and everything you will do for us to execute this county, 67 county strategy, take back Florida, and win. Thank you all so much.